Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy Dan, aka A-Drive, bringing you guys some Pokemon Sun and Moon discussion and theories. This is actually a really cool topic that I'm excited to talk about. We're gonna talk about Rowlet and its evolutions in this video. We'll talk a little bit about the Chinese leaks, split evolutions for Rowlet, and what I am theorizing and hypothesizing. And I did some research, so hopefully this will be quite the topic of discussion. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. As always, if you do, show your love on that like button down below, and definitely make sure you leave me a comment in the comment section below with your thoughts. Subscribe if you're new for daily Pokemon videos, and with that, let's jump right into things here. So we know a couple things about Rowlet. First of all, Rowlet is a grass flying type starter. We know it's gonna be grass flying, already confirmed. A lot of people have pretty much assumed that his final evolution is going to be grass and flying as well. So nothing too crazy there. But what we do have is some information about Rockruff that just leaked through CoroCoro yesterday, in that Rockruff has a split evolution based on when you evolve it, whether you evolve it during the daytime or whether you evolve it during the nighttime. And I made a couple videos covering this yesterday, and I also made a video talking about how I'm making the assumption here, or the theory, that this is the secret that Rockruff shares with the starter Pokemon, that if you evolve the starter Pokemon during the daytime versus evolving them at nighttime, you'll actually end up with a different form, potentially with different typings, different movesets, and potentially even different abilities. But time will tell on all of that. But nevertheless, what we do know 100% is that Rockruff does share a secret with the starters, and we know that Rockruff has a pretty big secret in the fact that it evolves into different forms based on the time of day. Not the game, the time of day, just to clarify. That's the latest news that we have regarding Rockruff. So with that kind of in mind, thinking about the different starter evolutions and their potential kind of day and night counterparts, we've got some pretty cool stuff here. So this is the Chinese leak image of Rowlet's final evolution, and it's very much so believed on the internet that these leaks are indeed true. And again, I made a video about this yesterday, but we saw the big fire cat, essentially Layton's evolution, the Siren Mermaid type Popplio evolution, and then the Archer Rowlet evolution, which I'm a huge fan of. And I was thinking that probably those three leaked evolutions were most likely to be the night variants of the starter Pokemon, similarly to how we saw Rockruff's night form, kind of that werewolf, like evil looking design. These kind of fit that. You've got this Archer Owl, definitely looks like he's trying to stay disguised, perhaps got those goggles on to see better at night, I don't know. But we also kind of assume that Popplio's evolution is the nighttime one because it's a siren. Sirens lure sailors in at nighttime, and the tiger one kind of looks a little bit more evil. So these are kind of just theories at this point in time. But nevertheless, so I thought about this. I said, okay, let's make the assumption here that this Rowlet evolution is the nighttime variant, and let's also assume that the starters are sharing something with Rockruff, which we know, and that is the split evolution. So let's talk a little bit about what Rowlet's other evolution could be. So here's a post from PD Winall. He's another YouTuber, and a few months back he found a leak on the Pokemon website. Not necessarily a leak, but he went into the code files, he inspected the source page of the website, and was able to determine that there was a few images on the website that kind of revealed some information about the starter Pokemon types, potentially. Basically, to kind of sum it up in, I can't replicate it because they actually changed the website now, so you actually can't do it, but basically what his video was, he inspected the source page, you could see the different icons showing the different starter types, and if you actually went into the search bar and searched for the next few icons in the series, it would actually kind of point to the fact that Rowlet is going to get a ground flying evolution, and there was a couple other ones there too, Layton potentially remaining the fire type. I believe there was some talk about potentially changing types on Popplio, or maybe even Layton too, but there was a lot of discussion of Rowlet getting the ground type, but that was quickly dismissed because of these starter leaks that have pretty much been confirmed, not confirmed to be true, but very believable, especially since characters are in the leaks that have tied with the anime posters we've seen now and things like that, the trial captains and stuff. So very plausible information there. But this is the theory that Rowlet is going to be turning into a grass and ground type Pokemon. But again, it was thrown away for so long. People threw away the idea because of the starter leaks. But what if Rowlet had a second evolution during the day to become a grass and ground type Pokemon? Now, I understand that's a little far-fetched, right? Thinking of, you gotta do the Pokepun. Thinking of Rowlet as a flying and grass type Pokemon going to grass and ground, why would they do that? Well, it kind of fits, and the reason why it fits is because I did some research on some owls native to Hawaii, and there is an owl, and I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, so I'm gonna try to look it up. I have it right here. It is called the Pueo, but we're gonna get to that in a second. But could Rowlet have split evolutions? Daytime, potentially burrowing owl, nighttime, potentially the archer owl. So let's talk about this Pueo. I'm trying to say it right. This is a funny picture of it, but they are burrowing owls in Hawaii. They're an endangered species, and it actually does say here on this other website that they are more active during the day than a barn owl would be. They are actually active during the day, despite the fact that most owls are typically nocturnal. These ones burrow in the ground. They lay their eggs in nests on the ground rather than in the air. They are an endangered species, and I know that they have a lot of issues. Part of the reason they're endangered is due to light pollution, which is essentially lights causing them to crash, thinking that they're chasing something they're supposed to be and they're not. They run into cars and things like that. But these owls are active during the day. So could Rowlet have a split evolution, one of which is the nighttime variant, which is the archer owl, and the other one is the daytime variant, which is the burrowing owl? And of course, I have all the sources and links and all the art in the description below, so feel free to check that out if you want to check my my resources there. But definitely a big question mark surrounding Rowlet at this point in time. And all three of the starter evolutions, Rowlet has been my favorite so far, so I definitely wanted to cover this because I think it's really, really cool to take some of the information that was found months ago that pretty much got thrown away to kind of tie it back to what we know now about Rockruff and the fact that there's a split evolution based on night and day. And I actually feel like this is a very plausible, realistic theory because we know that the burrowing owl, the Pueo, is active in Hawaii despite the fact that it's endangered. And we pretty much can assume that the other archer owl was kind of a nighttime variant, right? It kind of has that vibe. So if we get split evolutions, it would be incredibly awesome, in my opinion, to have an opportunity for Rowlet to even change typing based on its night and day evolution. So that's my theory, guys. Let me know in the comment section below whether you think I'm absolutely nuts, whether you think it's plausible, and what you're excited for Sun and Moon. I don't know, man. I think this is exciting, though. We got just about 2 months left till the big release, and I'm sure we'll get some more information about the middle evolution soon, potentially tomorrow with another kind of starter, or I'm sorry, with another press conference or video from Pokemon officially. They might just announce what was released in Coral, but they might add some stuff on, so I guess we'll find out pretty soon. But that's going to be it for me, guys. My name is Dan, also by A Drive, and I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.